Welcome, grade 3. I'm so excited to see you here this week to share our inquiry with you. So, our learning goal this week is to explore and investigate how do the properties of rocks and minerals help scientists classify them? Keeping that in mind, and also how are rocks and minerals alike? How are rocks and minerals different? Always tying that back to how do cycles function in our world as we go through the inquiry cycle. So we're going to start here with part A. Our task, explore the connection between rocks and minerals. Now, the first thing you're going to do is just review that by taking a little trip to the museum. So you'll click on this link. You'll have an opportunity to go on a little field trip to visit the Earth Gallery at the Canadian Museum of Nature and learn a little bit more about rocks and how they're formed. Next, straight to a university lab, straight from grade 3 Michael Acoustic School to university. First university class. Did you know what you'll be learning today is the exact same thing that university students learn, because the classification of rocks, just like animals, it doesn't change no matter how old you are. So you'll go to a link that looks just like this. A university professor teaching how we can use the properties of rocks to identify them. Super important. All geologists use these specific qualities to classify rocks. So they can identify any rock. If I gave a geologist my special rock, they would look at these qualities here, grade 3s, really specifically. The color, the luster, how shiny it is, the texture, so how it feels, is it rough or is it smooth, and how hard it is, which at first you might think, well, it's a rock, of course it's hard. There's actually some rocks that you could break apart. And you might be thinking, oh yeah, I know about those rocks. There's other things they use, and we'll see that later, but these are very common ones that you'll be able to explore and be familiar with. You might want to keep your inquiry journal with you and note down some facts and information and make sure you fill this in. Okay, answer and leave your idea. Then you'll come down here. This is where you have the opportunity to explain your understanding. You've gathered, you've explored, you've learned a bit more. Been to university, been to a museum. Apply your knowledge here and explain your thinking. You're going to visit this virtual rock box. Very cool. And then use that to complete this virtual slide or this investigation slide. Always keeping your learner expectations in mind. I need you to set your learning goal for you today, knowing your teachers have high expectations because we know what you can achieve. So, virtual rock box looks like this when you click on it. You can learn about minerals, igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, or metamorphic rocks. You'll also need your Google slide, My Rock Investigation. You'll notice it matches the boxes. I've also linked it in right here so that you can just click on it and it will take you to the virtual rock box that matches that part of the slide. So let's just say I went into the mineral rock box and I wanted to learn more about this. Quartz. Great. I'm just going to move myself out of here. So, quartz. It can be a variety of colors: white, pink, gray, clear, or purple. This one kind of, I guess, was clearish. It looked kind of brown to me, but the hardness is, you have to think, is that greater or less than the mouth eats, right? So it's less than 5.5. It's non-metallic, glassy luster, and it's cleavage. That's something else. We don't need to worry about that so much in grade 3, but you might add it as an interesting fact. So you could come back and fill that all in. So brownish, but I could add more details if I wanted to. So I could say about what it could be. And I put the wrong little mark there, grade 3. I could add that other fact. So you need to fill in each box. The color, the luster. It's actually more clear. The texture, and I just observed to imagine the texture, the hardness, other facts. You might know something, or you might do some additional research. We always have Kittle. Then, my friends, when you're done, you turn it in. Super important. Part B, remembering you have 2 days to complete this. You're going to create a riddle. You review your lab slide. Then you can go to slide 2. You can pick one rock or mineral sample or pick a new one to create your riddle. And you'll post it on Flipgrid. So your riddle looks like this, your rock riddle. My rock can be a mineral. If it is a mineral, just change it. Just go up and type mineral, right? You do you. The color, the luster, the texture, the hardness. And when you do your riddle, you just say, my is this color, this luster. If I did quartz. My mineral is brownish clear, but it could be purple or all the other colors. The luster is non-metallic, glassy. The texture is smooth. The hardness is less than 5.5. What is my mineral? Don't say what it is. Then other friends will guess at it. You're going to have to go back. You'll have to have your virtual rock box with you, and you'll have to go like into the rock box and go and like check them all out and see if you can guess. Have fun. So, quick recap, grade 3. Our learning goal is to explore how the properties of rocks and minerals help scientists classify them. That's you. You're going to go on a couple little field trips, learn how we use the properties and what they are. Then you'll explain and apply that thinking to do your own lab and complete the slides, keeping learner expectations in mind. Then create a riddle and share it on Flipgrid. Part of that is answering to other friends' riddles, and check back and see if people guess correctly. You can leave and let them know. All right, if you have any questions, check in with your teacher. Have fun!